If you're standing behind me, I'll lead the way. You stand beside me, I respect you. If you go against me, I have no mercy. Let's start this episode.
So I'm here this morning to clear my name, that I have nothing to do with stolen vehicles or with a ring of stolen vehicles like our Super Cup, Chester William have been put out there on the media, and I do depend on a clean name to do a clean business.
In this episode, I'm not going to talk much about myself and the challenges that I'm facing as I continue to do what I need to do to reach my goals. But instead, I want to talk about someone who stayed back, stayed behind in Belize. They decided they would work Belize while I decided I would go on the road and work other borders, other countries, other territories to reach my goals.
Hi guys, as you all know me already, this is Yhony Rosado, owner of KTubing.com. What's up? We have just opened a superstar car wash. We have partnered with Berne and we can wash your car for 10 minutes for $10. Starting price on the outside at $10, but we cannot go wrong because we fix you up, we clean you up, we make you look like brand new for only 10 minutes, $10, pandemic style. You don't have to get out of your vehicle. You stay in your vehicle for 10 minutes and we do all the cleaning outside.
Who does that for anybody? Which company in Belize has collaborated with anyone, any artist, anyone off the streets who they see selling their music or working any type of business to pick them up and make them a part of a conglomerate, to own something? That's what Mr. Yhony Rosado did for me. Gave me the opportunity to invest a little bit of money, and we invested, started a car wash to help some people, create opportunities and give people who want a chance to do good the opportunity to do good. That's what we did. With the funds I got from selling my music in the streets, I invested a little bit of money, $15,000 with Mr. Yhony Rosado. And in no time, he had given me like 10 times the amount of money that I invested with him. Who does that? Has any of the companies in Belize done this with any other artists that they see trying?
The question is, if you died today, what ideas, what dreams, what abilities, what talents, what gifts would die with you?
Yhony Rosado, to me, is more than just a good brother. This is a good person, a good human being, a good father, a good son, a good uncle, a good person, a good neighbor, a good friend. He's what everybody loves in a person. He's the kind of guy that you want by your side because he's loyal, he's genuinely good, he's sincere, he's hardworking, he's disciplined.
And for me to be in business, I need to have my name clear out of this mess.
He's mad because he feels this interview by the Commissioner of Police paints him as somehow complicit in the importation of a stolen Volkswagen Atlas, which police confiscated from him weeks ago.
I have nothing to do with purchasing vehicle from America, from Mr. Roberto Villanueva, nor from Mr. Leal. I don't know Mr. Leal, and after this, I wish I'll never see him again. Because it's a minister that got me in this mess. If he never signed the entering of this vehicle, probably this vehicle would have been taken away at the border. You can have your vehicle with this legitimate paper that says Certificate of Registration, owner of Yhony Rosado, and the police can come and take it away from you and be on the media and television stating that it's going to be confiscated for the state. How would you, as the Commissioner of Police, be disrespecting a certificate that is a government approved?
As we've shown you, that stolen vehicle was processed through customs with the expressed interest of PUP's Belize Rural North Area Rep Marcone Leal, who said he was only helping out a friend, importer Roberto Skinny Villanueva.
This is the Minister Leal. This is the Minister of the PUP, People's United Party, that have me in a lot of trouble. This is a nightmare for me. I wish for Chester William to apologize to me. I wish for the traffic department to apologize to us, me and my family. I wish for the custom department to do a better job. I wish for everything to retract back as they always want. But I'm pretty sure that none of this will happen. I don't know what happened. I don't know what I have done to the PUP. But this is purely vindictive by the politicians. I have a paper here still that stop order to my business.
And if you detect a strong note of political entitlement, it's because basically Rosado feels he paid for it.
And I was part of my finance of my business to help put this government, the PUP, in power. I have proof of what I'm saying. You know, I put my finance where my mouth is, and for they to do this type of dirty business, having stolen vehicles coming in, selling to one of their own half PUP supporters, and then take it away and telling me that it seized, you know.
I have been witness for the past 5 years hanging around with this ungrateful, no good PUP. And Yhony has helped them countlessly, tirelessly. They have always come for finance, transportation assistance, vehicle.
How much did you spend to assist the PUP in the last election?
Jules, first of all, your question is very compromising, but I'm not afraid, and I'm very clear. I give them a bag of $50,000 cash. And whose vehicles, whose buses was burned down at the port of Belize? Each one of my bus valued at $40,000. Thank God I wasn't arrested. I did help the PUP financially. I did help them with transportation. I did help burning my buses. I did help with Giovanni Brackett burning tires. I did my job as a citizen as oppositions to make sure the other government was in power to do the right thing.
And now he says he will have to make a political pivot.
Because if you're upset with Leal, if you're upset with Karim Musa, if you're upset with Chester, the only way you can get rid of them is by joining the opposition. I'm not here voting for UDP, you know. I'm going to support the UDP to make sure they do a better job.
This is a man who has helped countless people, from Big A to Cola to Berne to Unlimited, Ernestine Carballo, MIK, and countless others. To those who he have helped, we usually keep our mouth shut. We keep our mouth closed. We're afraid of the powers to be, so we don't say anything or stir up any noise. We don't want to make any noise about anything and make anyone uncomfortable. Well, guess what? In this episode of the #1 selling artist in the history of Belize, I will make you very uncomfortable because I'm going to talk the truth. And I'm going to put everything in front of you to see for yourself just how corrupt, not just the foreign countries can be, but just how corrupt our own government can be, right in Belize. So, let's go ahead and get into the meat of this story.
The police is behaving, brutalizing our poor Creole people. They do the same to the middle class, business people. And so I was very disturbed. I asked them all the questions that a human can ask. Why are you taking my property? Who sent you? What is going on? Boss, I have the papers for my vehicle. I showed them the paper. from city council, as official from the government of our country, Belize, the traffic department give you one paper with stamp and signature. You can't forge it. I show them that, they don't care. I ask them who they are, they don't have to tell me. They almost took my family, but they took me to the Raccoon police station, and they're still not telling me who they were. All I know by that time, I was figuring is the police. So it is very important that we are not second-class human beings. We are average Belizeans, and we deserve answers whenever we ask questions. And the way how the police behave, very unprofessional, arrogant, and trampling the only human rights this country have given us, our constitution. They don't care about constitution, about nothing. They literally operate like a gang.
It really saddens me and hurts my heart to see Mr. Yhony Rosado on the television set trying to explain himself to the nation. Here's a man, a hard-working businessman who makes a $75,000 investment. He purchases a vehicle that looks really nice.
I know for a fact that the vehicle is in fact stolen from Chicago. The vehicle was stolen from a rental company. Apparently someone had rented the vehicle and did not return the vehicle to the company after the rental was over. The vehicle subsequently ended up in Belize. The title for the vehicle is false, and they were able to license and insure the vehicle in country, but that does not negate the fact that the vehicle is stolen. And so we are going to follow the proper procedure in terms of the law and see if we can have the vehicle confiscated to the government of Belize.
The title from the US, that's the one that's falsified?
Yes, that was falsified, yes.
So in this case, who gets held accountable or charged criminally?
Well, there is no way that we can charge unless if they were to go under, there's a section in the criminal code that speaks to the whole issue of conversion. But in order for us to do that, they must establish that there was some criminal activities and knowing of certain things, and so it might be difficult to prove. And so I do not see at this time the possibility of anyone being charged for the vehicle.
You don't see Yhony Rosado suing the police department for the money he spent?
He can sue the police department for that. We're acting based on the law. The law makes provision for that. If he wants to sue them, he must sue the person who sold him the vehicle, not the police. Certainly if the owner would request the vehicle, it would be returned, but you'll find that in most cases like these in America, these vehicles are insured, and so the rental company would have been compensated by insurance, and so they would have no interest in the vehicle no more. Unless the insurance company that had compensated them would have interest, then they can make a claim to the vehicle. Certainly we have been told that there are a number of other vehicles in countries similar to that, and we're pursuing those vehicles at this time.
Do you believe there's a ring?
Certainly yes, we believe that there is a ring.
How do you pursue that?
Well, I'm not going to go into details, but we're pursuing it.
Do you believe public officers are involved?
At this time, no, we don't have anything to suggest that public officers are involved, but the investigation will reveal what needs to be revealed at the end of it.
Do you have information that this has been going on for a long time or just recently started up?
It could have been going on for a long time.
Can you imagine being in that position where you make a $75,000 investment in your company, hoping to attract clients, build your business, build your reputation, but instead it ends up where you're placed in a position where your reputation is jeopardized and tarnished, where you're just bamboozled by the very own people you supported? Could you imagine what it feels like? This is very sad. But we can all learn something from Mr. Yhony Rosado today. I think in this episode, what I have learned is that I must practice that type of patience just as he has. Think before I move. I think these are the very same reasons why the crime rate in Belize is so high, because how many of us could go through a situation like this without drawing for a pistol, without drawing for a weapon, and trying to take revenge immediately? I think Mr. Yhony Rosado has to be given a lot of credit for the way he has handled this situation. And I hope that he will get that apology that he requested and his vehicle returned to him. Or maybe it might just be too late for that, because the damages might be way surpass just the vehicle now. This might be the reason why people like Ashcroft can create these lawsuits and make these lawsuits against the government of Belize and always win in court, because our people go through situations like this and conduct themselves very recklessly. I want to encourage you guys to make sure that you smash the like button on this video, share this video with somebody, leave a comment, let me know what you think, and make sure that you are subscribed to this YouTube channel so that you can continue seeing what's happening in Belize. You can continue seeing what's going on with me on my journey as I continue to work my way, facing challenges, embracing them with a smile, and turning them into opportunities. Thanks again for viewing this episode of the #1 selling artist in the history of Belize.
You showered me with love, surrounded me with peace. Good morning, Belize. This is my Belize. Belize, sweet Belize. I love Belize. This is my Belize.
This episode of the #1 selling artist in the history of Belize was brought to you by JBV and Wells Fargo Bank. Wells Fargo Bank, take it away.
Overdraw your account. Wells Fargo gives you an extra day grace period to avoid the overdraft fee. What if everything came with a grace period? Like accidentally parking where you shouldn't.
Hey, what about this one? Nah, that one gets an extra day. Somebody got lucky.
Like having an extra day grace period? When it comes to overdrafts, you can with Wells Fargo.